Yo, guys, listen, man. Mental health is real. Like, yo, check on your loved ones. Like this case right here, this is crazy. A man tries to shoot a pastor in the middle of a sermon, right? And a lot of people think it's a skit. I'm not so sure if it's a skit or not. Listen, the crazy part is, right, I would have believed it was a skit if they wouldn't have said that cops found the man's cousin dead at his house. So let's listen to this real quick.
A man is preaching, and here comes a man with a gun. Here it is.
And God had chose.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. Wow, let me give you the background to this. Put up the picture full mass. There's a lot going on here, but the individual who pulled out the gun has been identified as 26-year-old Bernard Jr. Polite. He's facing attempted homicide charges after the Pennsylvania State Police said he tried to shoot a pastor who was giving a sermon at a church in North Braddock. The video taken at the church shows the pastor, who's Glenn, Germany, preaching at the Jesus Dwelling Place Church. This was at about 1:09 p.m. on a Sunday, all right? Mr.
Sure, this
Polite,
is
the gunman,
crazy.
then walks up into frame and points a handgun directly at the pastor while he's delivering the sermon. Police say Mr. Polite tried.
I really think that this man is suffering from like schizophrenia or something like that. He has to be like, could this be a short? Listen, a skit maybe. Because listen, man, the whole world is an illusion. Like we got so many plays going on, so many fake videos, so many things like making us think that this is happening, that's happening. But shit, y'all gonna listen in a little bit. They're gonna say because I saw the news report before I played this. I wanted to put something together, but that was gonna take me a little minute searching with everything I gotta do. So this man, yo, hashtag mental health. We have to check on our loved ones. We have to try to get them support. But the way this HIPAA law is, yo,
Tried to fire the gun, but it did not go off. I want you to keep that picture up. So I literally was in the production meeting this morning. And as we're looking at this video, I looked at this video multiple times because I said to my producer, Jordan, I think I hear the individual trying to shoot the gun. It continued to make a very, very slight clicking noise. Well, come to find out, that's actually true. The man did attempt to shoot the gun. It says he pulled the gun, it clicked, Germany said. You heard him shoot it. God jammed the gun so the bullet did not come out. The small congregation had about 25 parishioners, including Germany's daughter. When police say Mr. Polite walked from the back of the church to the front pew, quote, he stood up and he smiled at me. And it was just a smile, Germany said. Quote, he comes to right here. And then all of a sudden, that's when I see him pull the gun, and all I could do is duck and try to get out of the way. The pastor quickly dove behind the pulpit, and the gunman walked after him. That's when Deacon Clarence McAllister, that's a real damn deacon, that deacon did not hesitate to run to that pulpit and grab the gunman. So the deacon, who's 63 years of age, by the way, okay,
yo,
he's 63 years old.
shout
He
out, Grandpa.
took Polite to the ground, who was still holding the gun, but it did not scare him. So McAllister, the deacon, was actually behind the camera and taping the service a few feet away. Quote, once I seen a gun, then I leaped out of my seat and leaped over that railing, and I tackled him down to the ground, Deacon McAllister said. Quote, the man had his back turned towards me, and I could see he would never see me coming. That was his calculation. Both Pastor Germany and Deacon McAllister wrestled the gun from the man's hands and held him down until police came. Troopers took Polite into custody. Polite reportedly told the pastor voices in his head told him to shoot him. He said, the spirits were in my mind. Germany said the deacon is his hero, but McAllister said God was watching over him. God has had his hands on the pastor, said McAllister. He wasn't letting him go nowhere. Despite nearly losing his life, Pastor Germany said he doesn't hold anything against Mr. Polite. He actually apologized to me. He said, I told him that I forgive you and I want you to know I love you. But yes, I definitely forgave him. And I want to say this on a couple of.
I gotta give it to him because most people in this pastor situation would have ran. Like, but what's crazy is when this man walked up and pointed that pistol at the pastor, he clicked it. I don't know if the John was loaded or what. And if it was loaded, these pastors had an angel covering over them because this man literally walked up, pointed that John, and if you listen to the original video, if I put the original video, they would strike my copyright my the video that I'm doing right now. I'm just sitting here. I'm like I'm lost for words because like this stuff is happening more and more because of the way the HIPAA law is. Like these people out here with mental issues really do need help, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. Like the hashtag mental health is real and it's serious, and a lot of people out here don't want to get no help. My brother suffered from schizophrenia, and I was trying to help him. And by the time I was close to helping him, by the time I found the way to help him, and we was almost there, he's not here with us no more. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. And people with schizophrenia, they don't get the proper help. They are a danger, not just to themselves, but to society.
Angles, okay? Number one, the pastor has come to the conclusion that the man who tried to kill him was mentally disturbed, that he was
See?
having challenges. And so before the man was even arrested, the pastor and the deacon, by extension, gave grace and forgave him. Okay? They are the ones, that whole church, family included, they are the ones who are the victims of that moment. They forgave him. The police come in, they arrest him. Now, we have not heard from the Pennsylvania authorities if there has been some mental health mandate. There should be. There should be a mental health review to see if this
I
individual is
agree with
even
that. I second
fit
that.
to
They
go
should be.
through a criminal proceeding, given the circumstances of what we know so far. We are happy to report that nobody was injured. There will be obviously psychological trauma from something like this, but I tend to agree with the pastor here that somehow some divine force jammed that gun. And this
Yes.
man is alive today because that bullet did not come out of that chamber. All right, so that's your update to this story. It's been viral on social media for a few days, and I wanted to make sure we provided a significant update to the story. Mayor, hell of a thing. What say you?
Listen, this is a dangerous and also triggering experience for all of us that remember what happened at Mother Emanuel in South
Yep.
Carolina. When Gunman walked in. It could have easily been a completely different situation where
Yo, it could have because I'm telling y'all, this man pulled the trigger. It was for them that pastor to not be here today. Like this pastor had wings covering him. He had angels surrounding him. Not just the pastor. I think there was like three of them up there on stage. One of them was preaching. The other one was standing. Listen, man. I'm glad everybody's okay. And these are things that happen on a daily. Like I see this happen every day around here in the neighborhood. Like when I say guys, the mental health issues out here are getting bad. They're getting bad. And nobody's doing nothing to change the laws, the bills, nothing. Nothing.
one, you shot the pastor and then turned that gun on the other people in the church. So uh believe in God. If you do or you don't, you have to say that something stepped in and said, not right now for that pastor and those parishioners. So I do hope this gentleman, if he has mental issues, get help because this country, especially in our community, tend to downplay the seriousness of what's going on with the mentality and the mental state of Black men in this country for sure.
Yep, well said. And we don't want to downplay.
My bad. My bad. I had to do that. I was trying to stop the video. With that being said, yes, the mental health of our urban men in our community is, listen, man, my condolences go out to the cousin that, the cousin family that he ended up, killing because they did find his cousin dead in his house. Apparently, this man was hearing voices that told him to kill the pastor. And once again, I feel as though that this was, leading to a case of somebody that had schizophrenia and is bad. It gets that deep. So, hey, prayers, condolences. I'm glad that, nothing bad happened. And once again, something did step in because, till next time, this is your shorty Rachel. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day. Continue to have a blessed and humble day and let us shorty know what y'all think in the comments down below.